Tonight on the King Omar Sharif Show, we're going to be talking about something that'll stop you right in your tracks. A self-esteem stiller. Something that'll crack your confidence. Something that'll leave you in the same exact spot that you're in right now for the rest of your life. And that's overthinking. So tonight, we're going to be overcoming overthinking. I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it right now, y'all. So let's talk about it.
Try to tell me that I'm somebody that I'm not. I always knew I was different though.
I was deep in the bag, but now I'm up in the front. Gotta go hard till I get what I want. I'm the same one that was calling dumb, but deep down I was feeling like I was way in the bag, but now I'm up in the front. Gotta go hard till I get what I want. I'm the same one that was calling dumb, but deep down I was feeling like I was the one. It's time to make magic, give me the one. Retire my jersey, give me the one. Feeling like Jalen, now you did you want. Doing it fabulous, so I'm putting you on. I'm the one like Jet Li, come sing my medley. Love and life, don't be talking deadly. Please don't talk if it's indirectly. But shit matter, let me say it correctly. It's how I feel about me, and do not care if you cannot see. Dreams come true, why can't it be? And I don't care what you think I see.
Hello, my beautiful people. I welcome you back to the King Omar Sharif Show, where love and light come together. This show is all about you, your mind, your body, your soul. I believe if we can control those three things, we'll find happiness. All right, y'all, it's my favorite night of the week. It's Tuesday night and we about to get right. You probably thinking, why is your favorite night Tuesday? Because it's an opportunity for us to build, get together, talk about some things that we probably wouldn't be talking about with our friends or whoever else, okay? So this is where we are each and every Tuesday night. I'm growing right before your eyes. Come on and grow with me. Subscribe to the channel, y'all. Be a part of the family, all right? We're gonna build here each and every Tuesday night. So here we are again, y'all, talking about overthinking. Now, come on, y'all. How many of us have that issue with overthinking? How many times have you talked yourself out of doing something that you know you were probably destined to do? All right, remember that? Destination, destiny. But if we're always in our heads and doubting ourselves and pretty much belittling ourselves, pretty much being our biggest enemies, pretty much being our biggest bullies, pretty much telling ourselves that, nah, I really don't believe in you and you're not going to be able to do this. All right, so that's all the process and a part of us being inside of our heads and overthinking. Now, I'm coming from direct experience again with tonight's topic of overthinking because I've done this a lot in my life. Okay? Overthinking, not being able to accept and embrace the individual that the Creator has made me. Sleeping on myself, doubting my dreams, okay? And that's a place where a lot of us spend our time inside of our minds. And while you're doing that, nothing is progressing. Nothing is getting accomplished because we're spending all our times here on the couch saying, that's a good idea. It really is a good idea, but it probably won't ever come to life. Oh, that's a great idea, but nobody may not buy into it. You have to buy into you. That's the moral of the story. Buy into you. Nobody else is going to buy into you unless you buy into you, right? Now, I make it sound simple, but like I said, I've played these mind games with myself. So y'all see me here now on the channel, on the couch, interviewing people, having conversations with people. And this is something that I've always told myself that I felt was my destiny, but I've always talked myself out of it. Oh, ain't nobody trying to hear that. Ain't no positive people out here. It's people like negativity. People like drama. They don't want to talk about overcoming the things that's holding them back. And me being in y'all heads, thinking for y'all, helped me back. Until I just said, you know what? And you may have heard me say this before on the channel. If I don't do this, what am I going back to? If I hold myself back any longer, what am I going back to? Ooh. If you don't get out of your head, what are you going back to? If you don't get out of your head, what are you leaving? If you don't get out of your head, is this how you want to spend the rest of your life? Take the chance. Take the chance and dance, y'all. We gotta dance. This life, and I've said this before in the channel, blink of an eye. I felt like I just got into fatherhood. Now I got 2 8-year-olds. Blink of an eye. I remember holding my daughter. I remember being a NICU dad with my son. Just like that. It go by so fast. Now, opportunities don't always come. Those great ideas that you have in your head don't always jump in there. Okay, so when you get one, nurture it, protect it, work on it, go for it. That's what this is about. Now, I guess right now I'm just speaking on the aspects of us accomplishing our dreams. But there's several ways that we overthink, right? We overthink in our relationships. You know how you start thinking for other people? You don't want to have to think for nobody else, right? Because we showing love, or we are who we are, being ourselves. And then you may not get that response back as soon as you may like to get that response back. You know how you text somebody and they ain't respond back all day? It may take the next day. We're not thinking about what they got going on in their lives, right? But we are sitting on our side overthinking things more likely than not. Okay? Let's stop putting people on clocks and saying, all right, maybe they not feeling me like I'm feeling them. Maybe she's not into me like I'm into her. You know? We like to think for others. We think so much, right? We overthinking ourselves, but then we got time to go think for somebody else. That's wild, right? So what I think overthinking does for us as beautiful people, men and women, children of the Creator, it hinders us. It stops us. It kills our dreams. It has us thinking about people and what they're thinking about us far too often, when at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter what they think about us. Why? We know what I'm about to say. It matters what you think about you. That's what matters here. So when you overthink, it causes stress, anxiety, depression, mental health issues, physical health issues, horrible sleep. I mean, these are things that I can think of right now that overthinking will stop you from being the best version of yourself. Sometimes I could lay in the bed. I'm just laying in the bed, can't fall asleep because I'm overthinking. Overthinking, AKA, is worry. You worry. Stop worrying so much. you worry too much. If you're an overthinker out there, say this with me. I worry too much. And there's really nothing to worry about at all. I worry too much. And there's really nothing to worry about at all. Give me one more. I worry too much. And there's really nothing to worry about at all. That's what you need to tell yourself. I think with overthinking, there also comes an aspect of complaining, right? You complaining about yourself low key. Because if you're doubting yourself and telling yourself and talking yourself out of being the best version of yourself, talking yourself out of your purpose, talking yourself out of your destiny, out of your best life, out of happiness, out of peace, out of progress, out of opportunity, out. It's time to be in. Be in tune with yourself. Be in tune with your mind. And be in tune with what the Creator has in store for you. Be in tune like a guitar. Oftentimes, you're not just going to be able to pick up a guitar and start playing it and think it's going to sound how it needs to sound. Every guitar has strings. Every guitar has those little knobs at the top that you need to turn. Sometimes you got to get things in tune, just like a piano. Sometimes you got to get things in tune. Fine tune yourself. Get your guitar ready. Be a star. Get those keys ready. Be a star. You got to be a star of you. Don't worry about all the other stars that we may, stars, quote unquote, that they put out there in front of you to see. Follow your star. Follow that shining star. You got a shining star inside of you. It's just waiting to be seen. It's waiting for those clouds to move left and right. I said this at my cousin's Trey funeral, and it was a part of a poem that I wrote, and I was saying that even though we may only see clouds, the sun is still shining behind it. So we got to be able to move those clouds because the sun is still shining. Your star is still shining. Okay? So tap into your star. Tap into you. Believe in you. And that takes practice. It really does. So we're going to be talking about things that we can do so we can get out of this hole that we often think ourselves into. Okay? And we're going to overcome this overthinking together. When we get caught up in overthinking, it impairs our decision making. Okay? Now, I want you to make a decision with me right now and say that I'm not going to overthink things anymore. I was just speaking freely, and I kind of probably had a list of things that I wanted to touch on, but I kind of just put all of those things in one. I was just going in. So I want us tonight to say, I'm not doing this anymore. Whatever happens, happens. Whatever is meant for me is meant for me. I just know that I'd rather be a failure at something than somebody who didn't try at all. I'd rather fail at something than be somebody who has to sit there each and every night, or each and every time my mood shifts or something doesn't go my way, and think I never even tried to do it. I wouldn't want to leave Earth like that. Creator, whenever my time is, whenever this clock stops ticking, I would never want to look back at my life and say, I ain't even tried. I ain't even give it nothing. I ain't give it my all. I ain't even give it half of that. You know what I mean? So fail. Fail gracefully. Fail to win. Fail to your victory. Fail to your success. Fail to your happiness. Fail to the love of your life. Fail to all the peace and prosperity and progress that is waiting for you to experience. How bad do you want it though? I want you to fail every day until you figure it out. I want you to fail every day until you win. Because not trying at all is not a win at all. That's a loss at life. That's too much of a loss for us to bear. Once that clock says, all right, we done. We done here. So let's lose together and then let's win together. And that's love. All right, so enough about talking about overthinking. We all know what overthinking is. Let's talk about the positive part, overcoming overthinking, all right? So that's a part of this video too, and probably the best part. So one thing that we need to do when we're overthinking and all in our heads is to practice some mindfulness, practice some meditation, practice something like yoga, practice something that will take your mind off of things that you actually enjoy. And I would say hopefully something physical, because I know after a workout, after a run, after doing something that makes my body feel better than it did before I started doing it, it really brings me to a place where I just feel this different level of energy, this different level of love for myself, and just thinking about the progress that's being made, and just thinking about, oh, I'm doing more than I did yesterday, or I'm being consistent with what I did yesterday. I'm not skipping days. You know what I mean? So try to practice some type of mindfulness and some type of routine where you're like, okay, I really enjoy doing this. So whenever you want to start overthinking something, dive into that. Dive in. And try to work your way around overthinking. And while we're being all positive, I challenge you to challenge negative thoughts. I challenge you to get out of your head. As soon as you doubt yourself, I challenge you to say, no, I'm better than that. No, I can be whatever it is you're saying you can't be. All right? If nobody was ever the first to do something like Barack Obama, many of us have always said there'll never be a black president in the United States of America. But then it happened. All right? So you think if Obama was telling himself, they'll never vote for me, he would have never ran. So anybody who gets inside of their head and says that they can't, they'll never be the first, or they'll never be the one. Y'all know I'm big on the one, because you are the one. I am the one that's going to make a big difference in this world. You are the one. I am the one that's going to be different from the people that are around us. You are the one. I am the one that's going to be the individuals to show others that they could do it too. But if you're spending all this time overthinking, it's never going to come true. So challenge those negative thoughts with positivity. Well, if they did it, why can't I do it? Well, if nobody ever did it, why can't I be the first to? Okay? So that's another thing that we could do. Just challenge yourself and challenge negativity, okay? Because I think that's going to be the thing that will allow you to have your breakthrough moment. I got a good one here. That very thing that's making you overthink and stops you from progressing and being that person that the Creator has made you to be, I want you to stay busy. As soon as you doubt yourself and say, I can't never be this person or I can't never accomplish this, I want you to dive right into it. I want you to go be consistent with it. I want you to go be persistent with that practice. I want you to go work on it so you can become better. Stay busy within your craft. Stay busy within your thought. Okay? I think that's something that we need to be doing out here. That's how you can combat it. That's how we can set it off. So if I sit there and just be like, that ain't never gonna happen. They don't like me. This will never work. They won't vote for me. You could do that all day, but when you have those thoughts, go ahead and start working on it to make yourself better. Okay? I think that'll be a beautiful thing and a big help. Another thing that I believe we could do and should do to limit our overthinking, stop comparing yourself. Stop comparing yourself and saying that person's better than me. That person did it, so I can't do it. That person had those opportunities in their life, and I didn't. That person's that color. That person comes from there. Like, let's stop comparing ourselves to others. Embrace your uniqueness. That may be able to help you from overthinking. Loving on yourself. Appreciating who you are. That may be able to help you from overthinking. Knowing that you're the genuine, right? Once you have those things going on, you become genuine with yourself. Okay? You become respectful of yourself. You become patient with yourself. You become more honest with yourself. You become more comfortable with yourself. So with that acceptance, that self-acceptance, you stop comparing. You stop looking at everybody, what they got on, or how they talking, or who they know, or who their entourage is, or what they driving, or how they dressed. You stop thinking about all those things. You start thinking about what matters the most. It's you, and how you feel, and how you see you. And the last thing that I'm gonna point out for tonight's show is gonna be get professional help. If you feel like you can't get out of your head on your own, find somebody else who may be able to help you. Find somebody else that may be going through the same things that you're going through. Find somebody else who can say, all right, let's do this together. Find somebody else who may be able to give you some great ideas on how to overcome this overthinking. Okay? Because it's really not healthy for us. So whether that be going to seek some type of counseling, some type of therapy, some type of mentorship, some type of spiritual upliftment, go and get it. Go and seek it. Go and be about a better version of yourself. Go be that person. Because that star inside of you is waiting for you too. All right? So let's overcome overthinking, y'all. That's tonight's show. I thank y'all again for being a part of what I do. And let's have a toast. Let's have a toast, y'all. Each and every Tuesday night, I try to create something that's good for the body. This is the Mind, Body, and Soul Control channel if you haven't seen this already. But tonight I made some watermelon lemonade. I love watermelon. I love lemons. Put them together and it's wow. So I sliced up some nice watermelon, squeezed some lemons, added some honey, some spring water, and so on the money. So hopefully you got something good next to you. Raise your glass, raise your water, your bottle, whatever you got there. And let's toast. This toast is to us knowing and believing and trusting that who we are is exactly who we need to be. Us being able to recognize and say, my purpose is probably different from yours. But that doesn't mean that I'm not set on destination destiny. This is to destination destiny, y'all. And this is also to anything, any negative thought that may enter our minds that'll stop us from getting there. All right? So this toast is to us, y'all. Us being better versions of ourselves, us being able to love ourselves and complete the mission. That's love. So good. This episode of the King Omar Sharif Show is presented solely for educational and entertainment purposes only. It is not intended as a substitute for the advice of a physician, professional coach, psychotherapist, or any other qualified professional. All right, y'all, that's tonight's show. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, if you liked anything that I've said tonight, if you agree that we're going to be overcoming overthinking, hit that subscribe button. Be a part of the family. Again, each and every Tuesday night, we'll be right here on the King Omar Sharif Show. Also, leave some comments. Let's talk about how you've overcome overthinking. Or let's talk about or put a plan together on how we can. All right? I would love to do that with you. And there's so much more to come and so much more to see, y'all, like this show and this show. I can't wait to talk to y'all next week. That's love.